It appears to be some sort of hoax call or a call that somebody thought was a shooting, but we've learned that is not the case. We want to go out to Tevis Hillis, getting the very latest from the ground. Tevis?
Hey, Amanda. Hey, Carl. Can you hear me? Yes, you all can. I just want to let you all know we are going to be getting an update from the OU police chief in just a few moments. We're going to take that live when he gets ready. They are discussing the situation. The good news this evening, it's all clear. There was nothing that was happening. I just want to show you, this is the street that we've been standing on this entire night. This has been filled with police officers. You can see IMSA leaving right now. You can see Oklahoma Highway Patrol officers all getting in their car, leaving. This was filled up and down. This is a street that's often filled with students. Students' cars going up and down this on a normal day. Now you can see some normal students' cars going, but it was filled with police. It was a large police presence. They are walking over. I want to let you know we are going to speak to Chief of OU, the OU Police Department. His name's Nate Tarver. He will be speaking with us live and giving us a full update on what happened this evening. So again, this has been an active situation. We have been seeing this unfold all night. He should be coming over any second. I want to take this live if you don't mind, because this has a lot of students concerned this evening. But again, the good news, there is no threat. It is an all clear. Everyone is safe. You can see a lot of just normal cars now passing through. Just a normal day here on Elm and Brooks, it seems like now. Here we go. We are staging right now. We'll get close to him and start asking him questions.
We are ready if you guys are.
Do you mind if I kneel down now?
Sir, thanks for joining us this evening. Are we all ready?
Okay, we're about to start, so hurry, please.
Again, there's no threat on the OU campus. This is a good news this evening.
Tell me when you're ready. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, 9:24 this evening is April 7th here on Friday evening. Shots fired call was called into the OU and to the Norman Police Department. We both responded along with multiple agencies from the area to include OHP, Cleveland County, Moore PD. No threats were found. We did a thorough search of the library and of the adjacent area and found no threats, no evidence that any shooting had occurred. So at this time, the campus is safe. There, and everyone who is possibly hiding or have sheltered in place can come out at this time. We appreciate the response from all the other agencies, the quick response, and things went basically as well as we think they could have. We are going to continue to look at our response and see if there's places we need to shore up, anything we need to add to our response, and see if we can continue to do things better. But at this point in time, we are very impressed and very proud of the way that we responded, and we're very glad that there are no casualties or no injuries to anyone.
Do you know if there was a fake call or something that scared people to make this call?
We are looking into that at this point in time. It appears that it was, but there are some other factors that we need to look at to fully determine that. Obviously, there are other places here on campus, and we haven't gotten any reports of anything else. So at this point, we'll probably say that it was a bogus call.
So to confirm, there were no shots fired this evening?
There's no evidence of any shots being fired here on our campus tonight.
Did you hear any rumors about a party popper that may have caused some of this chaos?
There's some confetti that's out in front of the campus, in front of the library, and we will look at our video and see possibly when that may have occurred. If we have a camera angle for that, so that's a possibility, but we can't confirm if that was the cause or if that was the issue.
This brought out a large police presence. Tell me about your training that you all do as OU police to prepare for an active shooter situation.
All of our officers have been trained in active shooter response. We hope to do more training in that, to do more continuous training. I think most of the agencies at this point are hampered by low staffing, which makes it a little bit difficult for us to do that, but we feel confident that we can respond and will respond when needed, as you saw tonight. This was a great response of multiple agencies, so it's more than just the OU Police Department. It's all the other agencies that get the alert and are able to respond.
Can you maybe go into that, it being all clear as a police department, you guys going in, you're ready for this. After that, what's your thoughts when you finally get that all clear sent out to everybody?
Well, of course, we feel better knowing that no one's been injured, but we also know that sometimes we have to look at this a little bit further to find out, how that happened. Then again, to assess our response and to see how we can do better.
If you had to give your best guesstimate of how many first responders were here tonight, what would you guess or estimate?
There were hundreds.
Over 200.
Yeah, there was at least over 100 here tonight.
I want to ask about swatting. How does this affect police? I mean, you all were all out here when there could be other crime happening out in the other parts of the community.
That's true. It's a waste of resources and obviously brings everyone in the central location. So it makes all those other agencies, those other locations, and even our campus very vulnerable to other spots because all the law enforcement is concentrated in one area. So and that's not a favorable situation, but we don't know of any other way of handling it this time.
Your message to students tonight?
Well, our message is to be comforted in the fact that if something were to happen, that we will respond and can respond in a rapid manner, and that they need to be vigilant. If you see something, say something now, immediately, and just trust us to respond as we need to.
How do you consider tonight when thinking about the current climate in the country with the Nashville school shooting just a few weeks ago?
Everyone's on pins and needles, obviously, and they should be. We never know what's going to happen from day to day. But, I would continue to have some confidence in your law enforcement officials and your first responders and all the people that make that work, as we're doing the best we can.
Thank you.
And I just want you to one more time just say it, just as our viewers are all watching, we're all live on all these stations. It's all clear. There was no threat.
It is all clear. There is no current threat at this time. We found nothing to indicate that an active shooter actually took place at this point in time.
Sir, we appreciate your time. Thank you for speaking out with us.
Just that first.
We have one final question about the first initial call.
I was a little confused on what the initial call said.
That there were shots fired in the library.
In the library?
Yeah.
At 9:20.
About approximately 9:24.
Amanda, Carl, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I believe I'm still live. So I'll just tell you what we just heard from the officer here from OU Police. He said there was a call around 9:15 that happened earlier, that there were shots fired in the library. That's right behind me. He says as of right now, they have not seen any evidence that shots were fired, that this was just a random call. That's what they believe right now. They also talked about their response. They're proud of their response. They would like to continue training. So that is something to note as well. All clear this evening. I want to show you, as we see a clear street here on Brooks and Elm, it's clear. I was out here all night, and this was filled with red and blue lights. Officers filled the streets. The OU police chief says that he believes there were around 200 officers on scene at one point where we saw them walking up and down, but there's an all clear. That's the good news. That's what we can take away from this. Again, we asked about the party poppers that were seen at some point. They are still investigating that. They do not believe there was any shots fired. So we are still gathering more information. That's what we just heard from the police chief. And again, we're still right here by the Biz, where they did look to see that that initial call was made that shots were fired in the Biz. The Biz is clear. Students are safe here on the University of Oklahoma. I'm going to toss it back to you all.